Welcome back to Car Trend, your go-to place for everything automotive, from the latest releases to iconic classics. Today, we're taking a ride not into the future, but deep into the past, to one of the most legendary vehicles ever made. We're talking about the 1925 Ford Model T, a car that didn't just change the way people drive, but changed the way the world works. This isn't just a vehicle, it's history on four wheels. The Ford Model T, lovingly known as the Tin Lizzie, was not just another car. It was the car that put America on wheels. And in 1925, it was in its prime. By that year, the Model T had already become a symbol of affordable mobility and was the most mass-produced car in the world. Built by the Ford Motor Company, this was the car that Henry Ford used to introduce assembly line manufacturing, revolutionizing the industry and drastically cutting costs. Now let's talk design. The 1925 Model T came in various body styles, but one of the most popular was the Roadster and pickup versions. Its design was simple and utilitarian, but elegant in its own way. It had tall, narrow wheels designed to handle rough, unpaved roads. Its high ground clearance made it perfect for both city and rural use. The car's famous black paint job was part of Ford's strategy for faster drying times on the production line, although by 1925, more colors were slowly being introduced again. Under the hood, the Model T was powered by a 2.9-liter inline-4 engine. That may not sound like much by today's standards, but back then, it was revolutionary. It produced around 20 horsepower and could reach speeds of about 40 to 45 miles per hour, which was more than enough for the roads of that time. The engine was simple, reliable, and easy to repair, qualities that helped it gain the trust of millions. The transmission system of the Model T was unlike anything modern drivers are used to. It used a planetary gear system with foot pedals instead of a typical clutch and stick setup. Driving a Model T took some practice, and even today, if you find yourself behind the wheel of one, it's going to be a totally different experience. But back in 1925, this was cutting-edge technology, built to be durable and accessible for the average person. One of the most incredible things about the 1925 Model T was its price. By this time, Ford had streamlined production so efficiently that the base price had dropped to around $260. That made it affordable for the average working-class family. To put that in perspective, a car had gone from being a luxury item for the rich to something a farmer, teacher, or shopkeeper could realistically own. That shift in affordability helped America become a car-driven nation almost overnight. The interior of the Model T was minimal but functional. There were no digital screens, obviously, and luxury was not the goal. You got a bench seat, a steering wheel, basic gauges, and simple controls. But that was more than enough for the people of the time. What mattered more was that this car worked reliably, started when you needed it, and could take you from place to place without needing a train ticket or a horse. In terms of impact, the Model T is unmatched. By 1925, Ford was producing over 9,000 cars a day, and over 15 million Model Ts would eventually roll off the line by the time production ended in 1927. It wasn't just a car, it was a movement. It helped build the middle class, expand cities, and connect rural areas to the rest of the country. Gas stations, motels, and highways owe their existence in large part to the popularity of this one vehicle. Even today, the 1925 Ford Model T holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, historians, and car enthusiasts. Restored examples still run smoothly, and they're often seen at vintage car shows and parades. What makes this car so memorable isn't just its engineering or its performance, but what it represented: freedom, progress, and a new way of life. It's also worth noting how customizable the Model T was. Many owners modified their vehicles for farming, hauling, or even racing. There were aftermarket kits, homemade upgrades, and all sorts of creative solutions that turned the Model T into a true multi-purpose machine. It was a Swiss Army knife of cars, limited only by the imagination of its owners. So, as we reflect on the legacy of the 1925 Ford Model T, it becomes clear why this vehicle is considered one of the most important cars in automotive history. It wasn't about speed or luxury. It was about giving people the power to move, to explore, to connect, and to build new lives in new places. And even after 100 years, its spirit lives on in every car that rolls off a production line today. Thanks for watching this deep dive into one of the greatest cars of all time. If you enjoyed this video and want more vintage classics, futuristic concepts, and everything in between, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Car Trend. We've got a lot more coming your way. Until next time, drive safe and keep the engine running.